Yeah, it was the end of the season really. The season was done and had appraisals, and obviously Sam Billings was stepping down and the club wanted to go in a new direction, and they wanted some senior players to stand up, and I was more than willing to put my name in the hat. And yeah, got a call from Simon shortly after saying that he wants me to be the club captain and championship captain, so it happened quite quickly, but yeah, it wasn't necessarily on the radar, but I'm very proud to be able to lead sort of my home club.
When I first started, I was playing with the likes of Charlotte Edwards, Tammy Beaumont when she was a little bit younger, and to think that I've taken over as captain it's just amazing. And like I said, I'm a bit starstruck at the moment, so yeah, it's great. When I was younger at Charles Dickens, Tammy used to come and coach us when I first started playing. So to take over from her, I've learnt so much from her, and just her style of doing things, I think it's been an inspiration to me, and so I'll take a lot of that into what I do.
I think the squad we've built now, a freshness amongst this group, obviously Cookie coming in, Daniel now as captain, 2 new support coaches, there's a sense of freshness, there's a real sense of anticipation around the group. We've signed 3 new domestic players, plus Jaden as a young player coming on the staff. I think we feel well set actually, that we've got a squad that can really compete and really put ourselves in good positions to challenge in games from the start of the season.
For me, definitely a positive round of cricket. Yeah, I like to empower the players and try and help us perform and make people feel wanted and valued in the dressing room, and that's a massively key thing for me. I've been under previous captains before who have done a lot of that, and I'll take a lot from them. Obviously Billings, Rob Key, North East a little bit before that, so no, I've definitely got my own style of doing things. I've captained Kent before. I've done quite well doing it, so yeah, it's going to be obviously a fresh start, like the guys have said. There's a lot of new faces, but no, there's a very good vibe at the minute in the dressing room, and hopefully we can start and get some wins on the board.
I'm a firm believer in having a positive morale creates better cricket. I think if we've got young players coming in, I know how it feels to be one of those young players, so just making it a positive environment for them to come into. Regarding the actual cricket, I think I'm quite a sort of risk-reward sort of captain. I like to take risks in the field and be quite ambitious in the field to take wickets. I don't really set a sort of defensive field. I think wickets win you matches, so for me, that's, in cricket terms, that's what I'm going to do. I'm really excited about it. I think in the past, like I said, when I first started, we had Charlotte Edwards as captain, Tammy Beaumont as captain. To me, that felt like we were professional. Obviously, we didn't get paid for it or anything like that. And I think the last couple of years, it's dropped out a little bit because of the regional setup coming in. So I think now it's a really good time, because I think Kent fans that support the men's team also then could support the women's team, whereas the regional brand they've got at the moment, I don't think people know sort of who to support. There's no sort of link to the club at all. So I think it'll be a strong link with the club, which I think women's county cricket will then keep going up.
Well, I think it's a coup signing. I think Parkinson wasn't necessarily on our agenda at the end of the season, or sort of middle of this last season when we were thinking about the following year. His name came up, and I think his desire to come and play and move on from Lancashire and come and play specifically at Kent was really interesting, and almost 2 good opportunities to turn down. He's, not long ago he was an international bowler. His experience of playing for Lancashire, his international experience, his personality as a real fighter, real competitor, gives us, I think, a real cutting edge actually. Gives us a real attacking spinner. And this is no disrespect to the spinners we've had over the last 2 or 3 years, but just we haven't quite had that cutting edge attacking spinner that I think you can sort of bank on, that's going to bowl 20 overs in the first innings of the game, and then when the conditions suit, are going to win you games of cricket. And I think Parky is absolutely that sort of cricketer. He's a great character. He'll give us a real fight in the dressing room, a real sort of punch on the field, as we've experienced on the other hand a number of times. He's not shy in coming forward. That will definitely give us something we haven't had a lot of in this team. So very exciting prospect.
Yeah, I didn't really envisage it, like, especially as a kid coming through. I was just taking it day by day. I was about this high, just trying to score runs with the same horse on my shirt. So yeah, it's just been a dream come true. And no, as a player, like coming through, playing England 19s, things like that, my sights have always been England, and they still are. Never too old. But yeah, in terms of Kent captaincy, I think just playing under strong leaders like Sam, obviously Rob Key before that, I've always just admired how they've gone about it, but just tried to focus on doing the best I can. But growing up in the change room, being a senior figure for the most part, I just wanted to be as available as possible to the younger guys and support as much as possible. And I think that's led me to this situation now. And yeah, I'd like to think I've got the respect of my teammates, and I lead from the front as well. So yeah, it wasn't necessarily a dream, but yeah, for sure, I'm thinking it makes sense starting as a 7-year-old till now. Still a long way to go though.
The first game I played, I was a bit intimidated. I had all these stars playing in my team, who most of our team played for England at the time, and I'd only seen them on TV. So I think now me taking over, you can only dream of it, can't you, really? I think I know what it means to play for Kent. I grew up, born in Margate Hospital. I live in Broadstairs, so I'm a Kent girl through and through, a bit like Daniel. So I think we know what it means to play for Kent, which is nice to have us both as captains at the same time. So I think leading from the front and just showing the other girls that come in what it means to play for Kent, especially if we get this bid, just having Kent as our sort of base would be amazing.
Yeah, can't wait, to be honest. It's been a long winter, a very wet one as well. But no, the guys are raring to go, especially myself. As a leader now, at my age, I've been, same as Megan, been at the club for years. So no doubt the team needs me to step up, and I will, in many ways. But for sure, one of them being vocal and helping the guys and sort of, yeah, trying to get the results as best as possible. Yeah, my main role is to lead the guys, but obviously score runs as well. So no, it's going to be a learning curve, but I'm experienced enough, and I'm in a very good place in my career to be able to deal with that.